The Philadelphia Phillies last year, they finished above 500, but did not make the playoffs. 82 wins, 80 losses. Jake?
Yes.
This team lost a lot of guys, added a lot of guys, and I'm excited to find out how you guys feel about them. And also excited to find out how I feel about them and the way.
I just retweeted a picture of us at the Phillies game when we did the scrotum poll.
I liked that. Yeah, it was good.
God, the times we had. They lost guys, which I guess I didn't fully appreciate. Andrew McCutchen, your boy, Trev. He's now a Milwaukee Brewer. Hector Neris, a lot of talent. He's in Houston. Will they tap into that? Ian Kennedy, Jim's guy. Backyard Brad, Trev's guy. Freddie Galvis, BBD's guy. Archie Bradley, formerly Chris Rose's guy. Hastley, Quinn, and Williams in the outfield. There's bodies there. They lost some bodies. What did they add? Nick Castellanos and Kyle Schwarber, one of your best righty-lefty combo hitters in the league. They'll be patrolling some outfield and DH. How about that bullpen that's needed to be addressed? Corey Evil Knievel, Uris Familia slinging it. Jimmy's Brad Hand. Odubel Herrera re-signed. Okay, cool, dude. Johan Camargo brings his sexiness over to Philadelphia. Is that important? Make it matter. Catcher Garrett Stubbs. You might see him around in Philly this year. Bullpen guys and the lefty-righty duo, some of the bigger ads this offseason. And I don't know how we got here, but the Philadelphia Phillies in that rotation, that dress.
What'd you just say?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. We love the rotation. Top end of the rotation can match up with anybody in baseball. Maybe not the Mets, who we're going to talk about soon, but we got Aaron Nola. We got our guy Zach Wheeler, our guy Gibby, Led, Zeflin, Zach Eflin. Oh, yeah, Rangers Suarez turned into one of the better pitchers in baseball last year. So they have some depth there. They have some guys that have been there, done that, and Ranger, who lit the world on fire. The bullpen, they addressed it. Brought in Corey Knievel, Jose Alvarado, Familia's there, Brad Hand, Connor Brogdon, Sir Anthony Dominguez. Could have, at one point when I was in the Phillies organization, they were saying this guy is the heir apparent. So if he can get it going again, let's see. James Norwood, Bailey Falter, Nick Nelson, Christopher Sanchez. Don't know these guys. That doesn't mean anything. Phillies fans, are they good? Let us know in the comments section. So we know about the pitching. Jake, not you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
What we're so stoked about on this team is this lineup, specifically like the top 5 or 6 guys.
You got Kyle Schwarber. DH maybe, outfield. JT Realmuto, the most athletic catcher in baseball. What?
I like these guys.
Bryce Harper.
Oh.
Nick Castellanos. Reese Hoskins.
Yep.
Girardi's favorite, Gene Segura. At shortstop, Didi Gregorius. In center field, Matt Verling. And at third base, this says non-roster invitee Bryson Scott.
Yes.
Stott. That's tough. Stott. That should be Scott. That's like a birth certificate malfunction, I think.
Just think of Mel
Doctors
Stoudemire.
change so many names. Oh, Mickey Moniak's there. Wow.
Angry.
They have some decisions to be made here in spring training, James.
Like who's going to catch balls?
Like who's going to play third base? Alec Baum came up and everyone, anointed him the next third baseman of the future for the Phillies. And the guy's got a ton of talent. It hasn't translated necessarily into results on the field, struggled a little bit. And you know how I say there's never really a spring training, challenge or a fight for a job. Like the front office knows who they want to play. Maybe I'm wrong on this one because from all accounts, Bryson Stott, who was their top pick in 19, is on fire, pushing for the job. And they know in this division, this is where it gets interesting, I think, for them. They know in this division, they can't give away games. Like they can't wait to see if someone's going to do something. They need to get out to a hot start and stay hot the entire season. So Bryson Stott enters the chat. He's hot. He's got a pedigree, just like Baum does. If they send Alec Baum to the minor leagues and have Bryson Stott start at third base for them, that's sending a message. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Mickey Moniak now is probably going to be in the center field discussion. I think Herrera got hurt with an oblique just recently. Hazley just got traded. I don't think Verling's going to, be the guy there. So that's kind of where they have to figure something out. But with that being said, the rest of that lineup, like the top 5 guys there, that's toe-to-toe with any team in the big leagues.
For real. Yeah.
Johan Camargo.
Hot. Trev, what you're saying there, it's those 2 spots for the Phillies. Didi, you know what? Like, we'll see. Whatever they get out of Didi at this point, I think is bonus points for them. I think he can have a solid season as shortstop. He just made a crazy play at spring training today. Center field and third base, do those become fun things for the Phillies or problem? Like, are Baum and Stott pushing each other? A little lefty-righty platoon? A couple young studs trying to make it in the show? Or is it kind of we're panicking over there and neither of them are doing it? And what's the solution? Center field, I think Odubel, when he comes back, he's got a strained oblique. Trev, you've told the people about that. But, we'll see if Veerling or Moniak or anyone else steps up. The lineup it's a really weird thing. The lineup is pretty stacked. The starting rotation is pretty stacked. And it's how much can a bullpen and defense help you? At least they address the bullpen. Defense, they kind of let it ride, baby.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Girardi handles the defense on this team. I mean, Girardi was mad at Segura last year. And it kind of became public or whatever. I mean, you got a bunch of bats.
Got a bunch of bats.
Hopefully they get some strikeout pitching and some, I don't know.
This is a video game team.
Yeah, and Veerling kind of fits that mold as well. I kind of went back and did a little deep dive on him. The guy can rake. Came up last year and did really well. I don't think he's a defensive whiz out there. So if you're adding like another bat first type of center fielder that kind of just like...
Come on, Phillies.
Adding to the problem. Mickey Moniak is another guy who kind of hits. I don't know about his defense. I don't have the info on that.
I know Bryson Stott's supposed to be like shortstop of the future, so
Okay.
I'm assuming his defense will be plus at third. That's an assumption. I don't know that.
So he's a shortstop playing third base.
When Gibby's on the mound, you guys better field the ground balls, okay? That's all I'm saying.
I think I agree with that. What's going on with
that's
Nola?
gonna be the problem.
How much? I mean, Wheeler was awesome last year. Fangraphs have his like down at the 5 for some reason. It's kind of weird to me. You got Gibby, you got Nola, Ranger Suarez. I'm interested to track him. I mean, you got Gibby, you got Wheeler, Ranger Suarez. Try to track him. Nola can be a difference maker. Had a good start to the season. His secondary pitches just did him dirty last year. I think he ended up really scrapping the changeup because he was just getting rocked on it. But I like Nola when he's on. He's one of my favorite pitchers to watch.
Yeah.
But
I'll get into some of the numbies.
Got to strike some guys out.
Because his baseball reference, what that's telling me right now, you guys have heard me saying this, and now that I'm on his baseball savant, like it just didn't happen. Like I think last year for Aaron Nola is going to be the outlier. Like that guy is really good. I think.
Did you read this? Did you read the stats on him? That Max provided 5.31 ERA, but a 3.15 FIP in his last 10 starts.
Maybe he just needs a little defense, huh?
He needs a little defense. We need to step it up.
Come on,
that's tough.
Get a defensive center fielder, Phillies.
How'd the Red Sox get Jackie Bradley Jr. back so easily? Why did they do that?
For free, basically. That was
Renfroe.
Yeah.
Anyone.
Well, JBJ.
Mickey Moniak, beat the guy. Beat the guy.
Well, it was It was Renfroe.
JBJ was a salary dump.
What didn't Boston get someone else as well?
They got like 2 prospects for taking JBJ's contract.
Cora said, "Get me my center fielder back. It's important."
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They went and got him. Phillies could have used that.
I'm playing my second base and center. I'd like JBJ back. Anyway, this is the Phillies thing.
Yeah.
Phillies Bryson Stott is not the next Scott Kingery. That's a headline I just read. Trev, your thoughts?
Stop.
I don't know Bryson Stott. I do know Scott Kingery. I like Scott Kingery a lot, so I will not sit here and
Stott Kingery, actually.
talk about him.
Short King.
Scott Kingery.
Short King Scott Kingery.
Hey, Scott Kingery is doing all right. I think he's probably making like $6 or $7 million this year. So
he was at the 311 driving concert I went to with Cole Tucker. Hey, where are we at with the Phillies? Braves are a wagon. Mets are scary as shit. I think I'm drinking a little bit of Phillies Kool-Aid. That rotation is nasty. The lineup is nasty. God, there's going to be some scary games between bullpen and defense.
So I believe
That's sad.
They are over the tax threshold, but it's their first year, so the penalties aren't super severe. What does that mean for them adding somebody? Like at the deadline? I don't know, man.
How bad is the defense?
Like really, really, really bad.
BBD wasn't. I know we talked about it a lot, but the infield defense was historically bad last year, right?
It wouldn't pass very many eye tests. Even Didi, it was like his worst year on that side of the ball. It was his worst year on both sides of the ball. I'm not sure if I haven't watched enough of Schwarber and Castellanos' outfield play. Do they make the routine plays at least? Probably. They're vets. But so I'm curious what the eye test will be with the outfield, and I kind of know what it is in the infield, and it's not great. Segura's okay generally.
Yeah, I saw some of Segura's numbers were all right. Didi's were horrible last year. Jeez.
Yeah, it was really bad. Phillies fans do not like Didi. And Gene Segura had a few standout, like, just what are you doing plays. But overall, he is a good defender at second. And Reese is Reese.
I like Gene.
JT Realmuto, there's going to be people making errors. You're just going to have to throw them out at second base. That's the plan. A lot of good timed pitch outs for JT.
I hope they mash. When we went to the Phillies game, weren't they down by like 7 and then they came back to win it? Something like that?
This team needs a defensive formation.
Like a winning formation. 2
guys on their bench. Like
maybe we just don't know those guys. Like maybe there's some names down there that Phillies fans, let us know. Because Yankees did that because they're bad at defense, where they would like, all right, we have a 4-run lead, so from the 7th inning on, you guys are now out. Defense, here's
a stat for you.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Since 2013, when the most recent version of defensive run saves was developed, only 3 of the 15 teams with the lowest run save totals made the playoffs. The 2013 and 2014 Detroit Tigers and the 2013 Oakland A's. Who was the GM of those Tigers? Dave Dombrowski.
So he don't like defense.
Dave don't care about defense.
Wow. I like that. That's
Dave wants you to bang it.
Hit and walk. They're going to get on base, right? We got a lot of good OBPs here.
You know what's funny is this team mirrors like one of those Tiger teams where you have good starting pitching or great starting pitching. You can mash. And the bullpen is kind of we'll see, like it's been a weakness, and also the defense. That's exactly what the Tigers were. They had all-time pitching there and all-time offense, but the bullpen couldn't get it done, and the defense was bad.
You also have on this team good balance, right? Especially if they can slide Didi up a little bit. I think you can go righty lefty, like pretty deep into it.
Ooh, you love that.
I do like that.
No,
especially with the 3 batter rule.
No, it'd be the Dombrowski nuke, and again, this information could be bad in a couple hours. Like, sign Conforto, throw him in center. Like, let's just go scorched earth. Like, screw defense, catch some fly balls, let's mash. Let's go mash potatoes.
The Mets gonna have good defense now. Weren't they the bad defensive team 2 years ago in the East?
I think they've improved it. I don't think they're gonna be a good defensive team.
I think Lindor really helped them because he's like a all-world defensive shortstop.
Well, they're not the worst defense out of the contending teams in the East now. That's good.
That's huge.
You don't got to get better. Just let other people get worse.
Say a Jadakiss line.
Ha
Just bang.
Just bang. We'll make a Philly shirt. Just
I ain't
bang.
mad. I want to sound mad. I feel marvelous. The over-under is 85.5 wins.
Yikes.
I'm drinking the
Wow.
Kool-Aid.
They won 82. They won 82
you?
last year.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I mean,
They won 82 last year.
to be somewhat fair to McCutchen, like McCutchen had a solid year. I mean, I do think whether it's Castellanos or Schwarber, they are an upgrade. I mean, I just really believe in their starting pitching. Like, if Gibby's year 4 or Suarez is year 4, the division's obviously scary. We talked about it with the Fish and Los Nats. That much talent. Trev, didn't you say something the other day? Not that this really matters, but something about Castellanos being fiery with Harper and like what that just does day in, day out. Did I dream that?
Castellanos is a mixture of Harper and Rendon. He's half monk,
Yeah.
half fiery.
Yeah.
Half
I
no
said
swag, half so
Yeah.
much swag.
Dude, he used to have the least swag ever when he played for Detroit. The worst cleats. He'd always wear like
He uses a
almost
flip
like all
phone.
black cleats. They were so bad.
Yeah.
But what I said, Jake, was this guy is more confident than anyone in the big leagues, than Harper. And it's real confidence. This isn't fake bullshit.
Right.
Like this guy really is confident in what he does. He says, I provide for my family by hitting baseballs. And I love that. That's what he does. He rakes.
Where are you guys going?
I'm going to take the over.
Okay. Trev.
I really want to look at the Mets roster deep dive before I make this.
I
pick.
think you can bash your way to wins in the regular season.
It's close. This is a good line too. Does 87 wins make the playoffs?
But my thing is, I think that like I'd put them in contention for having like the longest win streak because I think you can just mash teams. You get to a team
Pitch
early,
enough and match.
you get to a team early, and then you kill their bullpen. Like that's what the Phillies need to do. First games of series, their mindset needs to be let's kill this bullpen now so we can feast on the shit. Games 2 and 3. It works in the
Problem with
regular
that is
season.
They got to face good starting pitching in this division. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
but
they got the Marlins, they got the Mets, they got the Braves. I mean, they are.
Division's a bloodbath. And the other thing going against the Phillies, they have the longest NL playoff drought. Some organizational stuff there. They are, I will say, at DraftKings, a better odds to make the playoffs, -120 than to not, +100. So it's tight, but Vegas does think they're going to sneak in this year.
I'm going to take the over, and I'm going to put their win total at like 87 to 88 games. They're barely going to get over. I think they're going to sneak into the playoffs, and then look out.
And then look out.
okay,
That's where I'm at.
we've done it. Good job, everybody. Moving on to the next team in the East.